How you doing?
Good, bud. You?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Good weekend?
Yeah, not too bad. Didn't do much. Hung out. Went and did a little day drinking on Saturday since the weather was so nice.
Yeah.
My quiz group messaged the group and was like, "Hey, let's go have a drink." And I haven't hung out with them in a while, so I went and did that.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. So, man, how was your weekend? I saw you had the kids. Saw you were teaching them some parkour.
yeah. Yeah.
Man,
We went to the park for a few hours, picnic at the park, and then there's this little free running sort of bit there, and they were like determined to have a go. So they were probably there for half an hour, just jumping off shit.
dude, George is strong, man. I saw him jump and he missed the bar and only caught it with one hand and caught himself. I was like, dang, dude.
He did that a few times, actually. The second time he did it one hand, like he held it a while. You're like, well, there's not to me. He's not got much weight to hold up. It's not like my fat ass.
Yeah, but a lot of times your strength is like in ratio with like your body weight.
Yeah, I
Still,
suppose, yeah.
to catch yourself one handed, that's like, because then you're,
Yeah, to be fair to him, he did all right. By the end of it, I tried to get him to make a jump daughter couldn't even make, and he wasn't far off.
Yeah.
By the end of summer, he'll be making that jump if we go again a couple times.
Good. That'll be cool.
But yeah, it was a good weekend. The kids, and then plenty of cornhole action to watch.
Yeah.
Or not watch when it got to the finals.
I know, right?
Like, it's a gripe I've got. It's like, how can we grow the game when we can't even watch the game?
Yeah.
Especially when they put on the social medias, streaming all week, daily, whatever, on ESPN Plus, which we can't get it here.
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube, and then, we got, like, bracket play. Then when it comes to the Final Four, nothing on the Sunday.
Yep. But it was a good one, apparently.
Yeah. Then there was ACO action as well, so depending what side of the fence you fall on, plenty to watch.
Yeah. Our girl Kim smashing it out there.
Yeah. 3-peat.
Yeah, she's won that tournament 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And so she won women's this weekend, and that's her 8th one of the season.
Yeah. Smashing it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But since we're talking it, shall we start with ACO then?
Yeah, why not?
So the singles was Gary Bearpaw beat reigning king of Cornhole, Sebastian Barger.
No, did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Because I didn't look up the finals yesterday.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, well, he swept actually because he got doubles with Jacob Foreman. They beat, my handwriting's atrocious here, Art Brown and Danny something. My handwriting's terrible. But yeah, Gary Bearpaw sweep the weekend there with singles and doubles.
Did he play seniors as well?
I don't know, but if he did, he didn't finish in the top 2. So co-ed,
how cool that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like go win seniors and then singles, doubles, like just win it all.
Yeah.
Put a dress on, go win women's too.
Yeah. And then the co-ed was Art Brown and Bailey Francis beat the IT team when it comes to co-eds. Sebastian Barger and Kennedy Meineke, they were the runners-up.
Wow.
So that's a good scalp for them. And then juniors, Isaac beat Braxton Francis. Then, as we just mentioned, women's, Kim doing it again. 3rd year in a row. And then seniors was Art Brown beating the Mississippi Ninja, Philip Barnett.
That's cool.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, congrats out to Kim, man.
Yeah.
I think that I'm hoping this is her year, dude.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's her year. She takes down Worlds.
Well, she got one of the ones she was after last year, didn't she?
Yeah, she was
One of the
Woman of the Year.
years. So hopefully she gets that next one up and gets that world title.
Yeah, I want her to win the whole world title in women's, man. That'd be cool.
Definitely. And then the big action. The SIG 3. Singles, bracket A was Mark Richards, pulled off the double dip against Ethan Walker.
Yeah.
The King Seat rematch.
I was pulling for Ethan, obviously, because he's on my fantasy team.
And obviously we've met him, so we tend to pull for the guys we've met more, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, and then bracket B was Colin Hodek double dipped Gavin Cano in the King Seat rematch again. So obviously Colin's in my fantasy, so I was pulling for him.
Yep.
This weekend. And then bracket C, Cass Chanders beat Zach Aitken. And then bracket D, Logan Chamberlain beat Jamie Graham in the King Seat rematch there. And then in your final four, Logan beat Mark, and then Colin beat Cash, and then Logan took it down, beating Colin in the final.
Yep. Well done, Logan.
Yeah. Again,
Well
another dude we've met. So, though I was pulling for Colin because I had him in my fantasy, marked him as captain this week to try and get some more points, and it paid off somewhat.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it wasn't Woody good, but it was good.
No, barely. And then doubles in bracket A, you had Ryan Wiedenfeld and Chris Roybal beat David Morse and Ethan Walker. So again, two-time winners getting to that final four again.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I just think it's every season we seem to have that one doubles team that's just on fire throughout the series. Years ago, you had Eddie Grindersleeve and Caleb Batson. Then towards the end of it, it was Adam and Trey.
Yeah.
And then you've had Tony and Mark. And then this year, I think these two are the it team for doubles.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
they just seem
they're
to
definitely going to be tough
well.
to beat.
Yeah.
They're going to be tough to beat on a regular basis.
Yeah, definitely. Then bracket B, you had Ryan Windsor and Cameron Belvin beat Colin Powers and Richard Nyberg in the King Seat rematch.
That's my team.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. And then bracket C, Spencer Fabian and Tony Forbes double dipped Kobe Costanza and Tommy Sliker in the King Seat rematch.
Yeah.
And then bracket D, Tony Smith and Mark Richards avoided the double dip from Logan Chamberlain and Gavin Cano in the King Seat rematch.
I know. I was hoping Logan and Gavin had it. That's my other team.
Yeah. And then in the semis, Ryan and Cameron beat, Ryan and Chris. And then Tony and Mark beat Spencer and Tony. And then Tony and Mark won the final.
Yeah.
Double points for Woody this one. But yeah, they might have not progressed further than that bracket win this time, but already 2 wins out of the 3 signatures and then a final 4. Like we said, they're going to be tough to beat on the regular, I think.
But, I mean, we say that, and we thought that, but now, I mean, is this a sign of what's coming? I mean, Tony and Mark getting back up there?
Are they finding it now? Getting into a groove?
Because they both played well in singles as well. So
yeah.
I mean, Mark made the final 4, right?
Yeah.
So Tony didn't do too bad.
I think he was
second
third in his bracket.
Or third. Yeah, he was third in his bracket.
Yeah, because I needed him to be. He got beat by Zach Aitken in the losers bracket final. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he'd gotten beat by Cash.
In the King Seat, yeah.
Yeah. To drop down and then had to play Zach and lost to Zach.
Yeah. And then Women's, we had Sarah Cassidy beat Sam Finley. I don't know what's going on with women's. I took Caitlin Allshouse in an early pick in the fantasy draft. She has not qualified for the bracket once yet.
It's like that sophomore slump, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've got to give thought to do a dropper, but who do I put in?
Yeah.
There's no one to
It's
put
crazy
in.
though, because I remember us talking about her and thinking she's going to be the next one to beat in the women's. And man, right now, the two to beat, obviously, in women's right now is fucking Sarah and Sam.
Yeah.
I feel like they're on top every time.
Yeah. I'm like,
or damn near
when we were just in the Open Series, like her and Riley Schaff were like on a tear still from last year, like in the Opens, and then it's come to the Signature Series, and then so much just happened. Like you said, sophomore slumps kicked in or something. Yeah. And then going on to the seniors, Matt Guy beat Steve Schroeder for the 3-peat. So will that then go to be a 4-peat, 5-peat, 6-peat world champ?
Man,
does he get beat this season?
Jerry Lockwood put up a good fight, but I don't know. I don't know if he does, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. And then juniors, Gabe Clausen beat Braden Barry. Again, more titles for him, stacking them up in juniors. And there was actually doubles action for him this weekend.
Yeah.
So women's doubles was Rosie Streaker and Deborah Odom beat Kirsten Louse and Dawn Fay. And then senior doubles, Matt Guy got the senior sweep. Him and Frank Modlin beat Steve Schroeder and Donald Cupp.
Yep.
And then in the juniors, Madden Franco and Chase Webb beat Jack McGinley and Chase Fleischer. And then just an interesting one, like there was the blind draw, and that was Logan Chamberlain and Colin Hodette, who obviously played each other in the singles final. They took that down, which I thought was quite cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's just annoying that we don't get to watch them final.
Yeah, for sure.
Things like
I mean, and it was on at good times yesterday. I wouldn't have had to stay up super late.
Yeah.
But
just come out with a subscription service, stream it. I will pay the $5.99 a month like I do for Netflix to watch it.
Yeah, but then that's them. They've got to pay it. See, ESPN pays them, don't they?
Yeah. But I
difference.
can't get ESPN Plus. That's my problem.
I'm thinking about ordering an extra Ring doorbell or like Ring camera, sending it to my brother and just telling him, hey, when this comes on, just set it there and I'll watch it through that on his TV.
Need to do something. Just FaceTime a friend for 4 hours in the States.
Yeah.
Find someone to video chat something. Yeah, because like I said, you can't grow the game and say you want to grow the game and then not show the game.
Yeah, but we went through this last year as well.
Yeah.
The difference last year is the thing is we have that link to be able to go watch a little bit of ESPN, but not ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
And the thing is you were never going to get one of the main ESPN channels with March Madness and stuff going on.
Yeah.
You're just not.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, hopefully down the line, some of the SIGs will be on a channel that we can watch.
I hope so. For sure.
I mean, especially when it comes to World Championships, I'd imagine that'd be on ESPN, the Ocho, or something like that, like it was last year.
Maybe they'll be on ESPN2 next year.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then teams, my team took it down.
Yeah. Won the first one.
Vegas High Rollers.
Yeah. Beat the Carolina Coasters in a royalty seat rematch, would we call it, since on its teams. And then I think my team were in third. So
Yeah.
So you obviously with the Vegas, Chris picked the Coasters and I picked the Georgia Sliders. So it's nice to know that although me and you might be at the bottom of the fantasy league, we can at least pick a decent team.
Yeah.
It's just everything else that ain't quite working.
It's crazy too, because I mean, you think Ethan Walker made the Final Four last year. Tony Smith's only a couple years removed from making the Final Four, and like they're throwing decent, but then they've had some bad ones too.
Yeah. Well, it was like I ended up dropping, benching Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski when I seen the brackets. I was like, because they've not been having great performances, just falling out of where our points system starts. I was like, I hate that bracket. It was a group of death, that bracket D.
Yeah,
It
that's what
was.
Mark, Logan, and Gavin. Because it was
Yeah,
Mark, Tony.
it was just horrendous. Yeah. So like, yeah, Tony and Mark and they had Logan and Gavin in, and then it wasn't a nice group. So I benched them because they'd been my captain team for double points last two signatures and took a risk, and it paid off somewhat.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I still got the equal lowest points tally this week, but
yeah.
one of them.
Because see, I was going to I thought about moving my captain off of Logan and Gavin, but uh, I stuck with them. Now
Yeah.
I kind of wished I'd have put it on Cameron and
Windsor.
Windsor, yeah.
Yeah.
But such is life.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm ready for 1 month, just under a month
Yeah.
for
Doubles.
our next tournament.
Yeah. I think I'll have to try and if you've got a Sunday practice between now and then, I
This
think
Sunday.
this Sunday,
This Sunday.
payday weekend. No kids this weekend. I just might have to pop down if Woody's there because me and him could do with playing a few
You
games
should be.
together, like try to work out what we're going to throw rather
Liam,
than try and work it out on the day.
Liam, you need to come down because I know you're going to
Yeah,
listen to this. Come
yeah,
on down.
yeah. He missed out last time.
Yeah, so we have a practice this Sunday, man. Come on down. You can come down on Saturday if you want, so you don't have to drive down Sunday morning.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've got anything on this weekend at all, so might just do that.
Yeah,
And I've actually got my car which works, so.
I mean, sure.
The problem's not with the car now; it's with the driver.
Well, the problem's always lied with the driver
Oh, definitely, yeah,
for buying a joke.
yeah. Oh well.
Just kidding.
No, it is what it is. It has been a bit of a joke the last 9 months. Like poured over £2,000 into the damn thing after one thing or another.
Yeah,
Touch wood. Nothing else needs doing on it now, apart from the tax at the end of the month.
yeah. Yeah, so come on down, man. Practice will be
Yeah,
good.
yeah, definitely.
Try to
But,
get maybe Alex and Aaron will come to practice.
yeah,
Because right now, man, all they're doing is they're pairing up playing doubles and then just trying to play everybody in the building.
yeah.
So me and Woody played a few games with them on Tuesday. So
Do they know what they're throwing yet? Are they because obviously Aaron's now with Cap,
yeah, I think they're gonna
isn't he?
throw the cats.
Yeah.
Oh, now I don't remember which ones though. I can't remember which ones now though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But we've got some other stuff to talk about. So, some of them, our listeners might have seen, we shared it, like the Just Giving for Flo's sister.
Yep. So
Right,
Daisy is in she's in recovery. She was we got a picture from her and Daisy or her and Flo this weekend. They were sitting in the like Daisy was, got her legs like propped up. She was relaxing, but they went out and sat in the sun a little bit, let her get some sunshine. She's doing well. But obviously she's not going to be working for a long time. So if you guys are out there listening and you can, we'll share the just give it GoFundMe page on our socials again.
Yeah. And
then
we'll post it in the description below as well.
If you would just, man, any little bit you can give would be great. We'd greatly appreciate it. I know Daisy messaged me this weekend after Flo finally broke down and told her that we were doing a GoFundMe page, and she was extremely grateful. So
well, on top of that, like if you want to give, great. But also, we are going to do a raffle. We have these Frank Modeling signed Game Changers, full set of 4, all signed by Frank. When I met him, when he come over for the
Paris
World Championships in Paris, so we'll get a raffle on the socials for them.
And those are like old school Game Changers.
I think they're the last generation before the ACL stamps came into effect. So not the Gen 1s, not the very first ones. I think the next iteration after that. But when Frank seen him, he was like, wow. He thought it was pretty cool that somebody over here had Game Changers that old. And now they're going up for raffle. So
I was with you, man. I remember he was like, holy crap.
Yeah. Well, Frank was a really cool guy, actually.
Frank and his wife were 2 of the nicest people I've ever met, man. For sure. For sure.
So we'll sell them at either £5 or £10 a ticket. Like not decided on what we'll cap it at. Like we'll just let it go till a set date. Try to get as much money for Daisy as we can, and then
for sure.
We'll do a live draw at some point on the podcast, and then sort out getting the winner the bags.
Yeah, and what we can do for the guys out in Europe, because obviously we'll post this on the page as well. The guys out in Europe, if one of you guys enter the raffle and play, which we'll come up with the details on how we're going to pay for the raffle, because it'll have to come to one of us first, I would assume.
So we'll like a PayPal or something.
Yeah.
And then keep track of everything, and then whenever we close it, all that money will then be sent to the GoFundMe. Right.
But if it's one of the European guys, I will be out in Europe a number of different times this summer. So if you do win, and we can meet up at a tournament, we'll bring them. If not, we can ship them to you, if that's what you prefer, or we can bring them to Croatia, or whatever. But we'll work something out. So if anybody's interested in that,
just doing what little bit we can to hopefully help make things easier for her.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, man, if you guys haven't looked at the page, kind of go look at it. It's crazy that she came out to throw some cornhole, and the next day was like super sore. And Flo was like, "Man, that shouldn't be a thing from just throwing cornhole." So she went to the doctor, and so really, I mean, cornhole kind of saved her life.
Yeah, definitely.
In a true like literal sense, threw cornhole, felt sore, went to the doctor, found out she had a 1 in a million cancer. So that'd be nice. If y'all can give, please do. Get in the raffle. I mean, if that's just what you want to do, that's fine, because all that money's going to go to the GoFundMe page as well. So What else we got going on, man? Today's a short episode, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got a little bit of news coming from Scotland. Craig's working on something up there to help spread the game. So he's got a few meetings coming up, like with the people in the council, trying to get it in like the sports and leisure centres up there. So
because they want to put it in their health and wellness during the day, like to have little classes and stuff, don't they?
Yeah. So as we get more on that, we plan to get Craig back to break the news sort of fully, more in detail.
I know
there.
Chris and Charlotte said they're getting their Whitley Bay Ducks going again on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm still emailing around, battling against badminton, trying to secure, try and get somewhere to try and get going again. Right. Hoping that as the spring and summer sets in and we start having more stuff in town, like at the parks and that, I can rock up with the balls with some flyers or something.
Yeah.
To get some interest going for when I do get a venue, because as great as going Manchester, it's that 2 hour drive straight after work. It just kills me.
Yeah.
Like it's depressing when it takes me 45 minutes to get back, as long as there's not roadworks on the motorways. Like, so I mean, I'd still go up every now and then to get the extra practice, but if I could get some on my doorstep,
yeah, of course,
I think it'd be better.
Yeah.
And now that it's more people sort of know of the sport now, I might have a chance of actually getting some interest rather than when I had tried to get the club going previously.
Yeah.
The league would still only had about 15 players in it at the best, I think. So,
because your other options, Coventry?
Yeah, I've not had. I was going to try and go last Wednesday, but I was stuck in work till late, so unfortunately couldn't make it down. But I'm going to try and go there as well one week and gauge how long that takes. I mean, I am sort of like in a little sort of sweet spot-ish, like when traffic's perfect, optimal conditions. I've got 3 clubs within like a little over an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ashby Tuesday, then Manchester Wednesday, and Coventry on a Wednesday. So I've got plenty of clubs I could go to. It's just if the traffic's on my side, which it isn't always the case.
Well, come on down this Sunday and you can get a practice in.
Yeah, will do.
So,
like I said, me and Muddy need to work out what we want to throw, and hopefully put together a nice run. Seems that he's now found his UKCL form after a few.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
a few less than stellar performances.
Yeah, because we've seen him out in Europe. We know what he can do, and we know that there's just been like some sort of voodoo place on him in the UK.
Oh, he's definitely had the yips all season for sure.
Yeah, like you're watching him, and it's like this isn't the Woody we know. It's like what's going on, and then he finally turned up last time out. So hopefully the disastrous doubles partner side of me doesn't turn up.
Now I want the kicking over chairs because we just won a match, partner.
Yeah. Well, in that caption competition, that's probably one of my favourite comments so far. I think it was Simon who commented saying about not meant to be hitting the chairs. That's one of the favourites. But I think we've got another week on that, and then so we'll decide the winner on the next episode, and
yeah, for sure,
get a little bit of JBI swag.
Yeah, I got some new stuff coming in. Start trying to make some more merch. Hopefully it works because it would make my job in that department a lot easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah. Then we'll start getting some merch, some more merch out there for sure.
Yeah. Well,
cool. I don't have much else, man.
No, it's a bit of a quiet one. That no one lined up because obviously going over the results, and then if we have somebody on as well, it then gets to be an hour and a half, 2 hour episode, and We know everybody's attention spans ain't that good.
Yeah, for sure.
So a short and sweet one. Then we'll try and get something lined up for next week, maybe.
Yeah, we got a lot of cornhole coming up in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Especially for myself, because I'll do 3 events in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then
have you managed to sort Bitburg yet?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly.
Yeah.
Since Woody's now not going to be able to go, so we're just going to fly. I reached out to KT. He said he'd pick us up from the airport, so that helps.
Nice.
But yeah, and then come back from that tournament, and then a month later is UKCL Open number 9 or Hungary. I don't know if we've decided what we're doing yet. And then a couple weeks later, it's France, then Belgium, and then national championships. Like, it's a lot, dude. I'm here for it, man. I haven't decided if I'm going to play singles in Belgium yet, though, or not. I may not be able to because my kids have a show that day. So I think I'm going to try, stick around, go see their show because it's an early afternoon. And then haul ass to London, jump on the Eurostar to Brussels because there's an 8 o'clock Eurostar train that gets there at I don't know, 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that.
Yeah.
So I can get there and then meet up with those guys and play doubles with Liam on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. At this point, she's just the third host, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's in most episodes.
If I could get her to just sit down calmly, I'd sit her right here, but she won't do it. No. All right, man. I don't have anything else.
I think we're good for 1 week.
Yeah. Shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Slicky Baggers. I've got stickers. I don't have a hat on. I got the old school Slicky hat back in the that was the original.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hit them up. Just be 10 for 10% off. LFG Cornhole.
That's it. We've only got the 2. We need to get some more sponsors.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But hey, shout out to Great Cornhole, Charge Cornhole, Cornhole Players Club. All you guys out there.
Sneak as well.
Huh?
Sneak.
I was just because of merch.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, get out there and get them guys, man. Support local. Let's support local and get some stuff going, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. I don't have much else.
No.
All right. I'm Josh.
I'm Graham.
In the meantime, just board it.
Later.
Later, bro.